Hey everyone. Well, I gotta say it, I'm in a good mood. I've had a very good week. I've had a very productive week. Say one thing for being laid off, it leaves you with a lot of time to get a lot of stuff done. I've put a lot of time into my F-15. It's probably about 60% finished. But I'll get into a little more detail about that later. I bought a couple of new Transformers toys, which always puts me in a good mood. And I hit a milestone. I hit the 200 subscriber mark. So thank you very much to everyone out there who is watching my videos. I am extremely grateful to all of you. And I have been thinking quite a lot about where to go from here. I got a very nice private message from one of my subscribers, Tranya Addict. Thank you very much for the message. It was it put some thoughts into my head that have been kind of nagging in there in the back of my mind. Brought them to the front of my mind instead. Last year, when I was doing my my video series on model electronics, I had a really good time doing that. I really felt like I was providing something rather than just sitting here and vomiting words into the camera, ironically, as I'm doing right now. But I really felt like I was providing a service to my viewers, because, you know, there's really not, I haven't been able to find really any kind of walkthrough of that kind of procedure, and it's kind of been, I've kind of been wanting to do something similar ever since then, on a larger scale, like maybe a straight up V-build, essentially. Like a series of videos documenting the entire process of building a model from start to finish, rather than just an unboxing video and then talking a little bit about techniques I was using, actually showing those techniques that I'm using. I really think that my viewers out there could benefit from that, and I really think I want to do something like that. So that's probably going to be in the next little while, after I finish my F-15. I also want to throw a shout out to Too Old for Toys, who mentioned my channel on Twitter about 2 weeks ago, and I got a big boost in subscribers based on that. I think I went from about 160 to 185 in about a week. So I'm very, very grateful to you for that. Thank you very much, Too Old for Toys. Speaking of Twitter, any of you who've actually watched through the entire credits of my videos, which admittedly are usually very brief, but probably most of you don't, you may have noticed that I've been kind of plugging my own Twitter. I kind of want to start to exploit that a little bit more, because as it is, really I only post to respond to other people or send other people messages. So I kind of want to expand. So anyone who is actually interested in following me on Twitter, there will be a link down below, or you can just go to @faceforward1. I do plan to start updating on there quite a bit more frequently as I start to get more and more followers. So with that out of the way, I guess I'll just tell you a little bit about where I'm at with my F-15. Well, there you go. She's fully assembled. Cockpit is finished, save for the glass for the HUD, which I forgot to put in before I attached the canopy. But I have to remove them anyway, because I intend to model the canopy as open, because I really feel I did a good job with the cockpit, and I want to be able to show it off. It's fully assembled. There's quite a few photo etch parts. You might be able to notice a slight difference in like the sheen there. There's a couple right there, 4 more along there. There's a little square piece on the nose. A few more odds and ends here and there. I have hit it with a first coat of primer. I haven't sanded it yet, but I do need to fix the seam around the nose a little bit more and fix some spots, some of the other seams elsewhere. But for the most part, on first shot of primer, it turned out very, very well, and I'm very grateful, or I'm very happy with the results that I got. I had a little bit of trouble on the underside. The long rails for the missile racks didn't quite fit exactly the way they're supposed to. There's like these little silhouettes of where they're supposed to be placed. They're little panel line silhouettes, and they don't fit there at all. So I kind of had to fidget as to where I would put them. I ended up having to shift them back by about 1 centimeter in order to make them fit the contours properly. But all the missile racks and rails are attached, save for the 2 hard points that fit under the wings. Overall, like I said, it's about 60% finished. The entire fuselage, as you can see, is assembled, but I do need to attach the horizontal stabilizers and the speed brake and finish up with the landing gear. I have also, I'm going to put that right there, I've also finished the afterburner, the burner cans, which I'm very happy with how they came out. Each of these, just the actual turkey feathers, I believe they're typically called, 21 individual parts. There were 5 panels, the ring they mount to, and 15 of these little spars. So that was very painstaking to put that all together. Not to mention there's the actual little housing here, and then the back plate, which has the, you might be able to get a look at that, that has the actual burner detail inside it. As for armament, wow, this thing is gunned up the ass. Wow, this thing has so many missiles and so many bombs. I can't even begin to count how many are in here. As you can see on the bottom of the aircraft, it has the 2 main rails plus a hard point at the center line, 3 more on either side of the conformal fuel tank, plus a hard point which can mount 2 missiles and an external fuel tank or a 3rd missile, however the modeler should choose to do it. I'm going to do it with the 2 external fuel tanks, which you can see here, which were a curiosity in the tooling for this model. These parts raised panel lines. Don't know why. The only parts on the entire model that had raised panel lines. So I had I got a little bit of practice with scribing by replacing them with etched panel lines, and I think they turned out pretty good. I'll have to hit them with a coat of primer to see for sure how they turned out. But at first glance, I think they look pretty good. As for additional undercarriage stores, whatever you want to call it, it has forward-looking infrared pod, which is articulated. You probably can't really tell, but you can see it can turn, plus the head with the sensors on it actually can rotate as well. I was very, very careful with how I glued it to make sure that it would still function. In addition to a couple of other odds and ends, plus lots, as I said, lots of bombs and lots of missiles and lots of this and that. Almost forgot. Minor issue. I lost a pitot tube. Yeah, I feel like a bit of a tool. I had it in my tweezers, such a tiny little part. I was going to attach it and then sprung. Where'd it go? I spent 15 minutes digging through the carpet looking for that stupid thing, and I could not find it. Fortunately, the kit comes with spares, but they're not exactly the right kind. The proper one is this long tube type, and I had to replace the other side with this much shorter one. You know, you take the good with the bad. I've been adding to my reference photos to make sure that I can paint this thing as accurately as possible. And I'm very confident that I'll be able to get started painting it within the next 2 to 3 days. I'm very excited. It's a very nice model, and I've been having a very good time building it. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. So, like I said before, if any of you are interested in following me on Twitter, you can do so at FaceForward1. If not, you can just ignore that. If you think that Twitter is stupid or lame or whatever, I don't disagree, but it is a helpful tool for keeping in touch with all manner of people. And in this age of interconnectivity, you know, you got to be able to keep track of everyone. So pretty much that's all there is to say. So to everybody out there, thank you for subscribing. Thank you again very, very much. I'm eternally grateful. Thanks for watching, and happy modeling.